Oh goody. So I will be the one reading the summary of this moan. Peachy. After reading one of the moans, I must ask this. Are R.OCs still considered OCs? Seriously, I do not see anything original about a made character being related to a canon character. I'm not saying that it is not original, though I totally am, but this would be more of a fan-made character instead of an original character. Huh. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, organics of all ages, I am Double R, and today we are obviously going to be dealing with a moan. And as you heard from the beginning, the common stance of it is pretty much the same as the moan itself. Now, before we deal with this, we have to go into some definitions just to cover some bases, just to clear everything up. A fan-made character is pretty much, how can I say this? You know the Resident Evil movies where it feels like it's been a fan fiction, but somehow they got the funding to make it into a movie to turn it canon? That. Alice would be a fan-made character. Max would be a fan-made character. Pretty much everyone there was a fan-made character until you got introduced to like Jill and whatever. Let me explain how this actually comes about with the other definition of verse. Now, the verse, short for universe, was mixed up initially when I was doing my definitions. I apologize for that, but I'm going to make this nice and clear so you can use this video for your universe definition. A verse, bar none, full stop, applies laws and lore across the board within any IP, character, whatever, and IP is intellectual property, that fall within that verse. Period. Now, can a universe be a fandom? Yeah. But a universe by default is the all-encompassing rules, regulations, laws, and lore. If there are boom tubes in that universe, then there's boom tubes in that universe. If there's wormholes, then there's wormholes. You get what I'm saying with this? Certain things have been done within lore, the rules, the physics, whatever. That's what the universe is for. It is the all-encompassing law and lore. Got that? Let's move on. When you're defining an original character, there are several tiers, and we're going to break the tiers down in the tiers of League of Legends. We'll use those, for example. We're going to break down OC tiers as tiers of League of Legends, but we will break down first the level of aid. The level of aid comes up as the more structure you need to get your OC going, the further down the tier set you're going to be. Let me explain. Well, I say let me explain, but what are you going to do? Hit stop and not get the rest of the information? Come on. So let me clarify this. If you make the universe and everything within it, if you create every bit of the universe down, okay? Top line, universe. If you create the universe and everything under it, there is no way anyone can argue with you about your character being an OC. Okay? However, if you use if you use an established universe, Marvel universe, DC universe, then that is the overall all-encompassing arc. Now you can have like a subset, the DC EU, the Marvel EU. Yeah, got that. You got that, yeah. The extended universes, or the Arrowverse, or the Titansverse. You see what I'm saying? When you go down to the next tier, the Marvelverse, the DCverse, you can break it off into little mini verses of it. MCU, DCEU, etc., etc., etc. In those, you have what is known as the IPs, the intellectual properties, but those would be like the groups, the individual characters, things of that nature. well, I'm part of the X-Men universe. We are part of the X-Men fandom, but that's a technicality. Let's go on. So joining the X-Men fandom, if you're just within the fandom / verse of it, no problem. You're still considered an OC because you're not exactly dealing with the X-Men. You're just within the same universe where they exist. That's fine. But then we get into other tiers. Being a member of the team, that's a tier. Being related to a member of the team or the enemy team, that's its own tier. And then of course the bottom tier is, I'm taking a canon character and just replacing a name or a technique name or something, but it's totally a canon character, guys. I'm Julia Winters. I know. It says I'm a member of STARS, and I worked with Jill Valentine, and I worked with Chris Redfield, but I tell you this, I'm Miss Winters. I understand that my story, my backstory, is perfectly parallel to Jill's, but I'm an OC, please do not steal. That's its own tier, and we'll get to that when we get there. So now that we've got the basic framework, primary universe, which is the MCU, DCU, whatever. Sub-universes under it, which of course hold the groups and IPs and whatever. That's its own part. Then under that are the individuals, specifically, the individual members, and how your OC interacts with them. Why is all this important? Because this is called a framework. This is a framework. Why is this important for a framework? Well, let me explain this. Within this framework, now we'll just get rid of it because I'm just going to go through it and break down the tiers. If you create the universe and everything under it, if you are the creator of the universe and everything under it, you are 100% the creator. You are a platinum tier. That means your OC is an OC beyond reproach. It is an OC, bar none, 100%. If someone says otherwise, you can just literally kick them in the nuts and throw them down a flight of steps. Don't really do that, people. The point is, your OC is beyond reproach. It is an OC, no argument. You don't even have to worry about the whole fan character or own character popping up. No, your character's an original character. You win by default. You're good. You're platinum status, platinum tier. Way to go. Diamond tier. I'm part of the Marvel Universe. I'm not in any of the fandoms. I'm just part of the Marvel Universe. My character is just a cop that walks around the streets or whatever. Okay. You still hold the OC status. You're not beyond reproach. Someone could argue that you're still a fan-made character because you're in a fandom, you're in a verse that you did not create. But their hold for you being a fan-made character is a lot smaller. So Diamond, you're still good. You don't even have to worry about, you still don't have to technically worry about fan character status. You don't even have to worry about that still. You're just within that universe. You could hop between universes if you wanted to. Because again, laws and lore, that's all that counts. Now we go to the next part. The specific verse. Arrowverse, X-Men verse, the verse of the IP, typically group, but you can still go with Blade and whatever. The typical IP verse. This is where things start getting hairy. This is your gold tier, people. The gold tier are the folk that are within the IP verse, where it's a lot more likely that you're going to be interacting with characters that are within that verse. You're going to be more likely dealing with, in one way, shape, or form, or having some sort of connection to. Alien invasion happened, you didn't deal with the X-Men, but there's alien parts that were scattered around, you had it, and your character happens to be a janitor or something. Yeah, you're still an original character, but people are still going to be looking at it more as a fan-made character, but you still hold the OC status as gold. It's very finicky. You could be losing your status pretty quickly depending on how you interact with people. We good so far? Silver. Silver tier. Oh, That's when the fan character pops up. Fan-made character, it's allowed to be popped up here. Because you are a member of the team. You are directly interacting with the members of the fandom. Well, the characters within the fandom. If it's Blade, then you're interacting more directly with Blade. Oh, I'm replacing Whistler. Whistler died, I'm pretty much taking his place. So Blade has support. Things like that. It's like, yeah, you're technically a fan-made character at that point. Is it still an original character? Yeah, it's still an original character. But you're still classed as a fan-made character in that point too, because you're dealing more directly with the characters of the fandom. You're dealing more directly with the IP. Alright? Bronze. Bronze are the R.OCs. The R.OC. The related original characters. Blade had a child, and I'm his baby boy. Tear. That's bronze status. That means people can come up to your character pretty easy and go, you're a fan-made character. You're still an original character, but you're still fan-made as well. Pretty much, if you made a fanfic, your character would slip right in and still be considered a fan character. No problem. But then again, you can say that for most OCs. All depends where you put them. The last tier. Now you're probably thinking, wait, you said platinum, diamond, gold, silver, bronze. There's another tier? We call it wood. In the League of Legends community, the wood tier, let's just say wood tier is, if you get bronze 5, which is the lowest rank that you can officially get, if you get bronze 5, it's out of pity from the game itself going here. Wood tier is pretty much the lowest of the OC in this case as well. It's the bottom barrel. Wood tier is pretty much, as our example of earlier, Miss Winters, who pretty much has the same history as Jill Valentine. Same exact history, same exact partners. Only difference is Jill got added to her partner list. But she's pretty much Jill Valentine. A literal twin of Jill Valentine. Same history, same backstory, same everything. Just a different name. That's wood tier. When a canon character is just renamed or changed just slightly so they can go, nope, it's original character, 100%. Original character, do not steal. That's wood tier. So, let's review real quick. Platinum tier. You've made everything from the universe all the way down to the character. Boom. Platinum. Unreproachable OC. Done. Diamond. You're within a already established verse. Marvel. DC. Twilight. Whatever. That's diamond. Gold. You're within a specific IP within that universe. Oh, I'm within the X-Men storyline, the X-Men verse of sorts, the X-Men fandom of sorts, but I don't interact with the X-Men directly. Silver. I'm a member of the X-Men. Not quite Cyclops, because I fire black beams of death. No, literally, it's just black beams of death, and I can actually control my shit. Bronze. I'm Cyclops' sister. Yeah, no, I know. I don't fire the Havoc Beam or the Optic Blast. I use my hands like Polaris. But I'm totally related to Scott. What tier? I'm Dave Summers, leader of the X-Men. I fire Optic Blasts, and I'm typically a Boy Scout, but then the comics kind of try to turn me into a bad boy, kind of like where even Magneto followed me because Scott was out of his damn mind, but I wasn't out of my mind. So you're Scott Summers. No, I didn't say that. I'm identical to Scott in every single way, except for the name. Shut up. So where do the fan created character classifications go? Silver and lower. Now beyond wood tier, everyone still is classed as an OC in their own right. But again, lower tier OC. Are we following? We good? I hope this explains it, because the argument I got into, and I'm not gonna do the whole argument thing here, but the argument I got into was pretty much they were arguing about R.OCs, and I was arguing about OCs. Like across the board. The primary OC, I was arguing the platinum status, he was arguing the silver and bronze status. Two different tiers to deal with here. But with that being said, I hope it explains why some people say, yeah, you're a fan-made character. Even though you're still an OC of sorts, you're still a fan-made character. I want this to be noted. I want this to be understood, that there are different tiers. And that's why I broke down the tier list. Alright? Whew. Okay. I'm Double R. I'm out. Y'all have a good time. Enjoy roleplay. If your OC is an OC, then it's a damn OC. Don't worry about it. Alright? And again, I know there's no rules in roleplay. Yeah. Bullshit. But having this tier system should help a little bit for you. Alright?